Hi Aries, and this is your September and the beginning of October reading. So guys, you are sign number 11, like in order of reading. So hopefully you guys will change that with your fabulous word. I just invented a new word, energy, and you push it forward. No, for the 11 signs, I don't read jumpers. You just go to jumper, and I'm going to make an exception because this is a really good one, and this is really telling me it's not Aries' fault. It is the fault of YouTube that they changed the algorithm. So guys, you're getting the world card. You're the world to me. The freaking things are awesome, right? This is karma card. Like, I mean, mission accomplished. You are the master of yourself and you will achieve your objectives. So this is some kind of like realization, and there is like sort of like fulfillment and joy. This is travel through entire fool's path. Everything has been done, everything has been accomplished. You are freaking it. Enjoy, kind of a thing, right? World, it cannot be more positive, right? This is going to happen in spite of you. You might be getting influence of the fixed signs, so Aquarius, Scorpio, Leo, and Taurus. The energy either directly from these signs, or the energy that is really getting is kind of giving you mastery of the elements that basically need to be taken in account. There are like still some kind of secrets. You are having High Priestess. She is reversing. High Priestess is a really cool lady. You know, like that quiet lady where you work or in your church, and somebody who's quiet, but then they raise their eyes and you see things in those eyes, right? You see that they know quite a bit, right? So she represents wisdom and enlightenment, right? So this is somebody who is in between the worlds, and that's why we kind of like see kind of like these kind of like poles over here. So that's about that eternal feminine spirit, right? So kind of guardian of a conscience. It could be your tarot reader. This could mean that, hey, you know, you even though you have the world, this is already telling me there is like a shift. Like there is like no stopping here. You don't get to sit and enjoy and have your pizza. No, this keeps on going, because this is about some secrets to me. There's like some kind of like winning, but you're feeling there is like a missing puzzle for some reason over here. There's like still something that there's like not there, right? You cannot really put your finger on it because it does represent mystery, right? This can also be that you are going to lose something, or that you maybe have somehow repressed memories, right? Or that you're really not trusting yourself over something. That is going to be really, really interesting over here. So we are starting with 8 of Swords. It's interestingly because the 7 of Swords was peeking right through over here, and this is again talking about that immobile thing. So I'm already getting a flavor of the next phase and what the next phase will be for you. She is really not tight. She is really not in any trouble if you really look at it, right? Like, she can really easily wiggle out. I mean, but does she really know that? Because if she just steps forward, she would feel this water and she says, oh my god, this is an ocean, it's probably deep, I'm going to drown. She does not know if her assailants are anywhere around, right? And she's feeling, well, I better stay where I am, I better do not rock the boat, right? But the truth here is, like, you really need to remove the blindfold, right? So that could be lots of obligations that may be a kind of cramping your style. It could be there is somebody who is not able to contact you. Maybe somebody is in some kind of isolation. I honestly get this card a lot when you really want that somebody either come forward emotionally or literally just, you know, text you, but they can't. There's like something going on that maybe in their head they feel they need to clear something, and it's fear. It's a fear of moving forward, right? So this is kind of like some kind of restrictions, and could be inhibition of some sort. And sometimes this shows up when somebody is overly committed. So it could be as simple as somebody is really having really long days at work and something is happening. But I have also seen this showing up when, let's say, somebody's in a relationship with somebody else. They have made a promise that they're going to come through, things will come through, but instead, there is like this disappointment, and you feel like, why is this happening? Because they really can't. Maybe they didn't have an opportunity. They're waiting for proper words, proper timing to approach something. And then we have like 9 of Pentacles. It seems to be a flavor of the month, and no wonder we are going through Virgo transition over here, at least for the part. So this is really saying, okay, so whatever it is, maybe that contact won't be forthcoming, but this is not because you're not loved. This is because there are like still some kind of secrets. There's like something you don't know. And I really think this is really telling you, do not be rushed. Do not exhibit hasty behavior. Hello, Aries, we are like talking about you, right? So this is really talking about enjoy your piece of the world, enjoy whatever you have, enjoy yourself, enjoy pedicure, manicure, treat yourself nicely. 9 of Pentacles is generally a solo kind of venture where you don't even have friends around, but you kind of like really connecting with yourself, and it's extremely positive energy to really like look and think through it, right? So 9 of Pentacles, sometimes to me it really talks about that you really need to be in touch with yourself, who you are, and to understand, if you have to continue on your own, what would you expect from life? It's only then, when you get in the situation, that you can understand how you can correspond with the other person. I also feel this is going to tell me that maybe with another person here, you will guys, you will really wonder if this is the right thing for you. Yeah, with you guys, you can say many things about you, but when you love, and you are not very patient. You kind of like really want to get to it, and this situation would be like almost like pure suffering for you that I see over here. But you have lovers because that's what you want. You kind of like have a flavor, something has happened that felt good, that choice felt right. So you have laid your bed, guys, whatever it was. Some of you laid your bed with somebody who still didn't clear something. That usually happens when you date people who are separated. They might be separated, maybe living outside the home, but there are lots of things going on. Things are not over until they are over, and they are over when the decree comes through, and even maybe then they're not over, because emotionally it takes so many years. So for me, that's off my list. But you like challenge. That's not going to stop you if something like this shows up. So this card represents beloved, but this card ultimately talks about choices, that every choice we make has a consequence. And these consequences right now are really bothering you because in your case they exhibit like uncertainties, right? You're definitely longing for love. I see that. You're treating yourself in the meantime, but I think every little piece of your being wants to be somewhere else with somebody else. In the past, oh my gosh, like, I mean, maybe you wanted commitment. Maybe somebody committed to you. I don't know. I see Leo, I see Gemini guys over here. I see water signs. Well, actually, I even see air signs over here. This is also understanding that certain things cannot be made with force. In particular, I can talk about that has been a situation that needed to be addressed. It was like something that could have been a hurdle of some kind. It can also talk about a mother and a daughter situation over here, where maybe there was like some kind of like rebellious period of some sorts, and it kind of like needs to be pulled together. I really like strength, because strength is also talking about healing, and it's really talking about a realization of how to go forward. So it doesn't really surprise me that you also have Lovers over here. But look at that, you already have 3 major arcanas, and you had the World jumping, literally the card jumping. So what did you have in mind? You see, this is about setting yourself up for failure. In your own pretty heads, guys, you feel, oh, shoot, things are just not going to work out. But this card in this particular deck, 3 of Swords, it's, look at this. She's offered lilies. There's like something from the past, somebody from the past coming and offering peace. Maybe things are not evolving the way you want to evolve, because this can actually really talk about medicine, bitter medicine. This can also talk about that there is a person, extra person over here. Maybe you don't want to see something. Maybe somebody doesn't want to see something. Maybe you have your perspective of the things and somebody else has it differently. She is almost like I mean, recoiling at something that is actually really, really good for her. So this is really telling that maybe you're pushing yourself in a situation which is not necessarily the best situation for you. This is really telling me that, hey, you know, maybe you really need to give yourself that peace of mind and warmth. And for life of me, I cannot freaking figure out what this is over here. It almost looks to me like a fan or a heater of some sort, and I'm absolutely clear that I didn't have it in the 16th and 17th century over here. So this card, yeah, it can talk about a third party. It can talk about somebody kind of like throwing the wrench and things that have been like almost like agreed, and it's kind of pushing it forward. Look at his 2 8s. It just came to like, I mean, screeching halt for some kind of reason. And another 8, 888, Lionsgate. Are you guys dealing with issues since maybe last August? Or you have to think back to August 8th of 2018. We have Lionsgate every year for sure, but that one was extremely powerful and extremely important to really deal with. So it could be that back then you started to brew, and that's when you start embarking on that new progress, and that's why we had a World card jumping, telling you, well, now you have reached the almost conclusion of the trip. You have to kind of like sign it off or do this post-mortem, as kind of like we call it in business school. Post-mortem simply means after that, meaning like, okay, you finish the project, let's kind of like see what we can learn from it. And there's like this kind of like revision, because in this particular card there is like kind of like somebody's embarking and saying, wow, you know, is this really the best for me? So at least you're not in this kind of like infantile position where you feel that you cannot move forward, because moving forward for you depends on the other person and what they say. And it's a really, as I said, uncomfortable situation for you to be in, right? So you know, this is going into that unknown, and maybe it's a painful departure. Maybe you're saying, that's it, executive decision. I'm not dealing with this. I'm tired of this uncertainty. I'm tired of everything. I just don't want this nostalgia. Maybe somebody from the past is re-emerging over here, somebody who has hurt you, and you want nothing to do with that. This to me, it's also a declaration of independence. If you want not the paper in the States, but your own personal declaration of independence. So grab a piece of the paper and write it out for yourself, as it's going to come to be important. And you're taking a step back. Your realization is finally kind of like there. It's like the light bulb, pang, and you're saying to yourself, okay, I need to really work on certain things. And there's like clearly that there's like something that you have been nurturing and doing. It could be a group work, or it could be simply because this is falling, after all, in your heart segment, in about your ego segment. It's kind of admiration of things that have been done so far. But it's pentacles. It's a very material. It's kind of like physical world that pentacles are really talking about that, right? So this really talks to me about finishing touches of some kind of like sort, and possibly new projects involving yourself, keeping busy, having really good prospects. Again, 8, 8, 8, 8. Hello? Which part we didn't get? Eights are infinity. There is like something that has been going on through your past lives. Like maybe you're feeling, oh my freaking God, I keep finding myself in the same spot, the ground one. I need to shift it. How do I shift it? And looks like you're shifting. You kind of like you keep going between this 8 and 9, 8 and 9, 8 and 9. What do I do? Because this is about the penetrating this knowledge. She's almost like reading her own stuff, just reading, obtaining this knowledge. And you come before her and ask her a question. She doesn't give you an answer. She just looks at you. And she's basically reflecting your own ego to you. So when she's reversed, you actually feel stupid. You actually feel inadequate. But for you, the whole process over here is like to push yourself forward, to be somewhere else. Sometimes we need to go through uncomfortable situations. Just think about the birth itself. It's very uncomfortable for everybody involved, right? But look at the freaking results really that happen. I was just looking at this and I said 8 and 2 is 10, but this should be something really, really good because that's Wheel of Fortune. And then, ta-da, Wheel of Fortune. Very much like the world, we see all these fixed signs. We see Aquarius, we see Scorpio, we see Taurus, and we see Leo. There is like this fixedness, still it is happening. Fixed signs are pretty much who are putting things in order. They're holding everything together. And the world showed up, and this is showing up in your environment. So you're going to have great support. People will make you laugh. Even though everything is going through your head, like why this and why this. No, this is really, really fast moving thing. It's not, you're not going to be quote unquote allowed if you wish. You will probably have new offers, probably new people will be coming your way. So do not freaking be stubborn and just like be stuck in a corner or just refuse. No, I don't want to meet anybody. This is really telling you, this is invitation to meet the world, right? So, you know, this is the law of karma. Like this wheel is circling all the time. So, hey, if you're missing being on the top, like guess where it's going to go next. So, hello, kind of like, this is again about this cycle. This is again about that fate and like fortune, right? This is about risks. And somebody is like really energizing you, putting kind of like new things in your head. And there you go, you have Magician as well. See, this is 10 and this is 1. The cycle is turning this particular month. You almost like are walking away from somebody. You are walking away from if somebody blocked you, or somebody made you feel inadequate, or somebody made promises to you in the past. Yes, we will do that. It's going to continue. You're tired of waiting, absolutely tired, because you're getting into this newfound zest, just like almost like rebirth, guys, over here. I mean, we have Magician, we have High Priestess. Like you pretty much have all the things that you need to have. You're still trying to break this door because she's just staring at you. You feel inadequate. But when we feel inadequate, we go back to the last place where things worked for us. We went from 9 to 8 over here, right? We went from 8 to 6 over here. We are going here from 2 to 1. And the Magician, and this is a really high energy because she is holding both the wand over here and the sword. These are two highest energy elements. And this is falling in your hopes and fears. So Magician is as above, so below, right? So meaning like, hey, if it's good for the gods, it's good for you, kind of a thing, right? So this is really telling you that you're acknowledging yourself and the contribution that you're making to this world and your own talents. And there's like a card about, hey, you have everything you need to move forward. So move freaking forward, kind of a thing, right? So it's almost like some kind of mastery over here, right? It's really nice push forward. So don't really dwell on something that some of you are dwelling. And look at that. You see, stepping back, going from 9 to 8 to 10. It's coming to that spot where you kind of mastered. You understand what you need and how you will feel comfortable. So 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I think it was the other way around. It doesn't matter at this stage. And there is like this 10. And 10 of Pentacles is about everything is lining up. This card is really not easy to interpret, especially not in the general reading. Because here we see everything. We see all generation. We see kids, we see a couple, we see the elderly, we see loyalty dogs, we see kind of the world that we want to build, right? It's our own kingdom over here. And there are like so many intricacies when we do that, because even the distant uncle have their own say and giggle and harsh words and good words. And this is really, to me, about feeling connected, right? So it is ultimately the commitment. This could be commitment to back to your family. It could be that this person is finally coming through over here and things are like kind of like looking up, because look at that. From what you're anticipating to what's going to happening, very two different things. So do not kind of like be an ostrich and put your head freaking in the sand, because you have people you can rely upon. You have things that can really work out really well for you. So this is the month of opportunities, and I clearly think that you should really rely upon people who are tried and true, and that is going to bring many benefits. Family is important this month, guys. So let me grab one more card to seal this reading for you guys. Oops, and there is this one jumping, and it says Gentle Gardener. So it's a card number 2. You see, he's going back to it. Guys, be gentle to yourself. So let me read this one for you. Be your own person. Be a conscious co-creator. The Gentle Gardener is visiting you at this moment in your life to remind you that your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs create the reality you experience. She's the embodiment of the energy within you that is sent out into the field of co-creation and ensures that all that you are is reflected in the world of form. Are you aware of your thoughts? And what is their quality? You need to believe in limitless possibility, and you will see miracles unfold. The Gentle Gardener guarantees the integrity of everything you send out into the world. So stay positive and expect a wondrous return. Your garden is abundant with beauty. So take the freaking weeds out and don't focus on the weeds. You know what they say? He cannot see forest from the tree because you are too close to the freaking problem. So this is why we did see the stepping back. Step back, see how it works, see if the shoe fits, try something else. Things might come back to you. No, they say, let it go. If it's yours, it's going to come to you. If it doesn't come, it haven't been yours in the first place. It doesn't mean that in the meantime, you cannot spread your wings and enjoy your own world and your own life, my dear Aries. You know that I love you guys. Please don't forget to like and share, comment. That's important in order to help with my algorithm. More comments than one if you really want to push it higher, so you get your reading faster and longer next time. And yeah, to get private reading, please contact me at cattarot.ca. My website also gives you 3 card readings, so check it out, cattarot.ca. And lastly, guys, don't forget to check your sun and the moon sign, because if this is just all that you're doing general reading, then you really have to check all 3 in order to kind of like glue all the elements together. So until the next time, guys, enjoy your September and early October. I'll talk to you soon. All the best. I love you.